for clicking on this video. This video has been way past overdue as it's been a while since I got back from my daughter from Florida. But I believe I still have all the information that you guys need to know before you decide if you want to take your child to do the meth treatment or not. Meth means magnetic resonance. It's a magnetic resonance therapy, which is believed to help children with autism. What they do is they have this little thing that they use to stimulate the brain, to help the brain be more organized and function in a more organized way. So way back, I did this treatment with my daughter in 2022. That was last year. As of now I'm talking, which is 2023. So we went to the brain treatment center in Miami, Florida, and we did the entire process. We did the six weeks treatment complete. So I'm going to tell you all step by step what we went through, if I saw any results or I didn't see any results, if I'm still going to do it or not, and what I'm doing now, and all those good stuff. So stay with me. So guys, before I decided to talk this out with my husband so we can try this meth treatment for our daughter, who is now 7 years old, I did some research online. I first of all saw this treatment on YouTube. They was talking how good it was, and the whole idea and the information that I got from all the reviews, all the videos, all the research, was that this has helped a lot of children with autism, either to talk, or to help more with their behaviors, or to kind of make them more functional. I know my daughter has autism and I cannot change that, but I as a mom, I'm trying to do everything that I can to help her become more functional, which is my greatest desire. So I want to do everything. I want to try everything that is out there, so I don't have any regrets. So I saw this meth, saw some videos of children who had recovered completely from therapy, from the treatments and stuff like that. So it's a lot of money. Let me tell you guys, it's a lot of money. Some places charge like $10,000. Some places charge like $12,000. So, and insurance does not cover this treatment. You have to pay out of pocket. At first, I wanted to go. They have like different states that do the treatment. There's one, I know believe there's one in Maryland. There is another one there are 2 or 3 in California, San Diego, and some another place. And then there is one in Florida, and there's another one in Texas. They are all over the place. So at first, when I did my research, from what I saw on YouTube, I saw this one in San Diego, in Newport Beach in California. I saw the advertisement, I saw the reviews from people who had gone through it. I saw the nice, beautiful things they were talking about this treatment, and I was like, oh God, thank you. I found a solution for my daughter. I found something that I'm going to help my daughter to become more functional. So I decided to contact these people. I went online and I decided to contact these people. And when I did, the first call that I made, I got hold of those in San Diego, and their price was approximately $12,000. So I was looking to go back to this place, but then I kind of did other research and I tried to connect with the one in Maryland. That didn't work because they were so booked up. Then finally, the last option that I had, because I wanted her to do that during the third term holidays, was the one in Florida. So when I got in touch with them, they were able to book me ASAP. So my husband and I, we decided to do this for her. And I have my paperwork here, so I'll be turning back and forth trying to get what information that I need. So we decided to to go there sometimes in July. I think July, traveled July 5th or 21st, something like that. I think that was when we had our appointment at the center. So I still have here all my receipts that I paid there. I still have my schedule, how my daughter was scheduled for the therapy and everything, the paperwork that they gave me, everything, even the hotel that I slept in. I have all the hotel bills here with me, everything. Like, guys, I spent almost 20 grand simply because I didn't have a place to stay in Miami. I didn't know anybody in Miami. And the treatment, only the treatment itself, was $10,500. That was just for the treatment. I had to look for a place to stay. We had to eat, you know, and all of that. So honestly, that I spent approximately $20,000. So if you decide after watching the videos that you want to go and do it, then consider the expenditures as well. So when we got to the brain treatment center in Miami, we got there, and then the next the way they plan their own is that before you go for the treatment, they have what they call orientation. This orientation, you have to do it before you go to their brain treatment center. So we did this because it was time for real heat of COVID. We did this online, was through Zoom call with the owner of the place, and we did that. The owner was basically just telling us how the brain is connected, how the GI is connected to the brain, and whatever the child eats affects the brain, and you know, basically just what we can start doing before we go for the treatment. And what she told us was for us to go into dieting, like gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free diet. Just try that before, because I think we had the appointment on the 7th of June. I think that was about 2 weeks before we had to leave for our trip. So when she told us, I basically just cleaned out the pantry and then went straight shopping and start, you know, doing the gluten-free diet as soon as possible. So we finally traveled sometimes in June. I can't remember, guys, bear with me. But I know that we had our first session at the clinic on June 15th in 2022. That was at about 3 p.m. So then the next day we had our first EEG. The first EEG was just to see where my daughter was at, like the beginning, like the base level where she was at. So that way she will undergo the stimulation process. She will do about 8 sessions, and then we'll do another EEG. Then they're going to compare with the first EEG that was being done to see if she's making any progress or not. And within this time frame, which takes about 2 weeks, you can decide if you still want to continue with the treatment or you want to stop and go home. So when the first money that we paid $2,500. That for the first 2 weeks, it was $2,000, cost us $2,500. So this was my receipt, $2,500. That was how much we paid for the first 2 weeks of the treatment. So so what happened now was we did the first 2 weeks. So guys, we did the first within that first 2 weeks that we were undergoing the treatment. First, we were on a diet. They put us on a strict diet, which was to cleanse her system, you know, because my daughter also had she went to Africa, you know, she was in Africa for like almost 2 years. So when she came back and she had all these rashes all over her body, and I mean, she was like non-verbal. Everything you tell her, she would just tell you, like That was it, nothing else. Everything earlier, like things that she knew before she went to Africa, she had forgotten everything. So when we went there, her stomach was this big and all of that. Sorry guys for I keep going back and forth. So anyways, so within that 2 weeks that we were doing the meth, the stimulation, we were on a diet as well. And then my daughter was still taking some supplements, you know, at that time. So I don't know if those little changes that I saw during that time frame, if it was the meth itself, or it was the diet that I was doing, or it was the supplements that she was taking. I can't tell you guys. I can't. Because during that time, during the first 2 days of the treatment, she slept like a baby. This is a child who didn't sleep for a long time. Like, she would sleep every 12 midnight. She would wake up and start screaming, start jumping. So during this time, that 2 weeks, she slept throughout the night, which was gold, you know. And that was like the short changes that we saw within that time, like short, like was looks like 2 or 3 days. And then after that, then I was surprised when my phone was ringing in the living room, and I was in the bathroom, and she took my phone and she brought my phone to me. You know, that was another thing that I saw. And then whenever we were going out for therapy, let's say if I'm in the front and then she's in the back and her baby sister is doing something else, she'll go and pull her baby sister hands and come on, like, come on, let's go, you know. She won't tell them, but she will pull her, you know, towards us so we can go together. And I think basically those are the two little changes that I saw with, like, it was just like brief, just like brief changes, just within that short time, like for like 2 days, you know. And then after the 2 days, after the 2 weeks of completion, we did another meth. That was on Tuesday, July 5th. We did another EEG. If you look at it on this schedule, you see EEG on the EEG. Did another EEG. That was the second EEG that we did. The first EEG that we did, the results showed that my daughter understands, but cannot speak. Like, waves leaves from the back of her brain to the middle of her brain, and by the time it gets to the front, it starts losing its waves. That's why she could not communicate. That was what the first EEG showed. But then the second EEG was just all over the place. It showed something different. So they had to schedule us again for another EEG. So we did another EEG, like a complete different curve. I'm going to attach a video. I'm going to attach the chart on here so you guys can see. We had to do it again the second time. The second time still didn't show like the first one. That is why, if you can remember in the beginning of this video, I said, I don't know if those little changes that I saw within that 2 weeks period, if it was because of the meth or it was because of the diet that she was doing, or because of the supplement that she was taking. I don't know. But then I had a choice to stop and go home. But like I said, my mind, my gut won't let me go. Like, I wanted to stay till the end. I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to do everything to the end. And then secondly, the doctor advised us that whatever changes, that there can be changes going on into her brain, but we cannot see that right now. And once we leave and we go home, it will get even worse. So adding with all this information that we got, and me not wanting to have any guilt inside of me, we decided to stay and complete this treatment. We decided to stay for another 1 month in order to complete this treatment. So For this other 1 month, we had to pay $8,000. I had to pay $8,000. $8,000. I don't know if you all can see that. I had to pay $8,000 for the next 1 month of therapy. And within this 1 month, we had 2 EEG as well. We were going to do the first 8 weeks of brain stimulation, and then we'll do EEG, and then we'll do another 10 days, and then we'll do the last EEG, and that will be our final EEG. Honestly, I won't lie to you guys. I was staying within this time full of so much regret because I couldn't see any change. There was nothing happened. Like, she was the same. She was the same. We went to Walmart and my daughter was screaming in Walmart like crazy. She was the same. Nothing happened. No changes. Nothing. There was no turning back for me at that time. No turning back. I just had to stay till the end, and I kept hoping that I was going to see changes. I kept hoping, you know, and I got stories of how people came there, they didn't see changes, and then they went back home and they saw changes, and then they had to come back. So I just didn't want to have any regrets. I just wanted to stay till the end. So when I come back here, when I come back home, I know that I did everything that I could. It was money. I had already paid the money. I mean, I just had to stay. So nothing happened. And normally what I know is if you have your patients that you actually really care for them, at least since June last year, 2022, that I left the clinic. And today that I'm making this video, which is July 2023, I've never had even an email, even a text message asking how my daughter is doing, or even asking if there's any changes that I've seen. Nothing. And then since I got back here, I've even tried to get in touch with them, you know, trying to find out advice and things like that. Nothing. I'm not putting this video to blackmail anybody or to say bad about anything. Guys, if somebody had told me not to do this therapy, I wouldn't listen. I would not. But I tell you all, I regret every single thing, because what I am doing right now, my daughter is different, completely a different child. And I have not even spent even a tiny bit of what I spent for the meth treatment. So whoever is watching this video, think twice before you go in for this treatment. Think twice. I can't discourage you. I'm just my mom giving you all my experience, what I went through, what was my results. Some people had great results. I went there, I saw another lady who had her child, and the child, she said she saw big difference. So people are different. If you still want to go and do the treatment, that's fine. I'm just saying this as my experience. That is my experience. It didn't work for my daughter. It just didn't work for my daughter. I knew what I knew right now. I tell you, I will not do meth. The only thing I'm thankful that I went to this place was because I got some kind of guidance, which has helped me and is still helping me till today. The guidance was for me to have functional medicine doctors, for me to put my child on gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free diet. What I gained from going to Miami was the fact that I was guided as to what I can do to help my daughter, which I tell you guys is what is helping my daughter until date, coupled with therapy that I'm doing. I was directed on how to, and connected with nutritionists, how I can use nutritionists, how I can use functional medicine doctors to help me through the process, GI doctors, which will help me through the process. And these are some of the things that I am still doing today, which has helped her. And these are things that, though you pay out of pocket, but if you pay those things and you see results, it's different. So what I would do right now, if I can turn back the hands in time, is to just put my child on gluten-free diet, which is what I'm doing currently. She's on gluten-free diet. She doesn't eat anything that has corn. She doesn't drink cow's milk. I currently work with a registered dietitian who is working really closely with her, and we are doing some tests like the oat test, organic acid test, which we just did. I'm going to share her results in another video because I don't want this video to be too long. Which will come out with great information as to how her GI is functioning. ABA therapy. She goes to ABA 4 days a week. She's in school, so she goes to ABA 4 days a week, 4 hours a day. She goes to school for 4 hours. I pick her up, I take her for ABA therapy, and then she stays there for the rest of the day, and then I bring her back home. That's what she does 4 days a week. And this school year, I'm planning to include her in ABA therapy 5 days a week, because I have seen the difference. I have seen the result. Now, my daughter, who could only say the, can now repeat. Like, she can now repeat, like to tell me, if I say cookie, she'll say ku. If I say apple, she'll tell me ah. This is gold to me. This is gold to me. I know before she knew how to say all those. She knew how to say banana, apple. She knew all those things. Like right now, she's like a baby who is gradually like moving her step back up, which I am still very grateful. I'm still very thankful. And I'm working along with a dietitian. I'm walking along. She also having speech therapy. She's also undergoing occupational therapy, and then she has bunch of supplements which she's taking as of now. I'm still going to share that in another video. And these are things that has helped her. This is the information I have for you. This is an honest review from somebody who has gone through meth therapy. If I have to turn the hands on time, I wouldn't do it. I would not do meth treatment. It worked for some people. It just doesn't work for others. It didn't work for my daughter. So if you want to be among those few that works for them and you have the money, then go ahead and do it. But to me, it's not worth it because there's no magic treatment. If this thing was magic or it was gold as they claim it to be, they won't put us on diet while we are undergoing those therapy. That is to show, and they even tell you that diet plays 80% of the treatment. Guys, if diet plays 80% of the treatment, why will I use all my resources to pay for another 20% that just didn't work for me? This is my opinion. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you got some useful information from this video. So thanks for watching. Thanks for clicking on this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Thank you guys. I love you. Hey guys. Today is day 3 of treatment with Mert. We have an appointment at 1:15. So far we've done 3 sessions. We've done 2 sessions, and still we haven't started seeing any changes. But we are hoping for the best because today is just day 2. So still, finger crossed. I'll keep you guys updated.
Bye, definitely.
Let's go. Come in. Ali, how are you? How are you, Ali? How are you? Good? Guys, right now, today will be the last day of week 2 of the treatment. So far today we've done the treatment. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we are going to be having the EEG, another EEG, so they can compare and see if there's any progress or not. So let's head on to Great Treatment Center and see what happens.
Head north on Northeast 27th Avenue toward Northeast 209th Street, then turn left onto Northeast 209th Street. Your destination is on the left.
Treatment Center, Miami, Florida. It's high five. Jam. Hey guys, we are currently heading for the EEG, another EEG, which is the second EEG so far. Today we'll go for the EEG, and then on Thursday, today is Tuesday. On Thursday we're gonna meet with the doctor so that we will know the result to see if so far there's any improvement or not. How are you?